So let's look at this question. In the orange garden of Mr. Madhusudan, there are 150 orange trees. The number of trees in each row is 5 more than that in each column. Find the number of trees in each row and column with the help of the following flowchart. I'll ignore the flowchart for now, that you can do on your own. I'll explain the question to you. There are few things that we need to understand. Let's understand that first, and then we'll start the question. So let us assume that you have a garden like this, where uh, the first thing that you need to understand is that these are called rows. So for example, in this case, these are two rows, and these are what are called columns. These are what are called columns. So these vertical lines, they are called columns. So for example, you have if you go to a parking lot, then you have the columns. You would have seen these columns in a parking lot. So they are straight, these columns in a parking lot. So these are called, so these straight are called columns. So these straight are called columns. The vertical one are called columns, and the horizontal one are called rows. These are rows. Now, what I want to, because I want to make it as simple as is possible. So for example, if you look here, so how many rows are there? So there are two rows. And how many columns are there? 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 columns. So how many trees would be there? There would be 8 trees. I hope this is making sense. Let's take another example. I want to make it as simple as is possible. So for example, let me say that there are, we have a situation like this, where we have, these are the, let us assume these are trees. Now, first row, second row, third row. So there are 3 rows. First column, second column, third column, fourth column. So there are 4 columns. So how many trees would be there? There would be 3 into 4, 12 trees. So this is the, so what are rows and columns? I hope you have understood. If you are given rows and columns, how do you find the number of trees? I hope that is also you have understood. Now let's look at the question again. In an orange garden, Mr. Madhusudan has 150 orange trees. So Mr. Madhusudan has 150 orange trees. Number of trees in each row. So number of trees in each row is 5 more than that in each column. So what the question is saying is that if there are, let me write it here, is 5 more than each column. So what the question is saying is that the number of trees in each row, I'll write it here, number of trees in each row is equal to 5 times number of trees in each column. So this is how very simply you can write it down. And what it means is, let's now understand what it means. What it means is, let me draw it here. What it means is that let the number of trees in each column be x. So for example, the number of trees in each column be x. Then the number of trees in each row. So the number of trees in each row would be x plus 5. So you'll have a situation like this. You'll have a situation like this. You'll have a situation like this, where the number of trees in each row, number of trees in each column would be x. And the number of trees in each row would be x plus 5. Hope this is making sense. And once you have understood the funda of x and x plus 5, then as we have discussed before, the number of trees in the garden would be x multiplied by x plus 5, and x multiplied by x by 5 would be equal to 150 orange trees. Would be equal to 150 orange trees. I hope you have understood what I am saying. So let me recap, because few of you might not have understood. So first thing that we understood was that these horizontal things are called rows and these vertical things are called columns. That's the first thing. Then if I have to find, this is the first very critical thing that you need to understand. The second thing that you need to understand is, if I have to find the number of trees in the garden, what do? I multiply the number of trees in a row by the number of trees in a column. So 4 multiplied by 2 will give you 8. Or you can do vice versa. You can do 4 into 2 also. One and the same thing. And then what we did was, we looked at the question. What the question was saying is that the number of trees in each row is equal to 5 times the number of trees in each column. So if there are x trees in each column, then the number of trees in each row would be x plus 5. Would be x plus 5. And if I multiply x by 5, x plus 5 into x, then I'll get the number of the total trees in the garden. The total trees in the garden, they are 150. If you are still not able to understand, I'll request you to review these last 5 to 10 minutes again. Then you will understand. So this is the situation I have shown you. So these are the number of trees. Each dot is representing a tree. So this is x plus 5. This is x. So if there are x trees here, then there are x plus 5 trees here. So multiply that, you come to 150. Come to 150. So once you have reached this stage, then the rest of the question is easy. Then you just have to form the quadratic equation x square plus 5x minus 150. And all these quadratic equations are usually easier to solve by splitting the middle term. So we have 5x. How we split is 5x is 15 minus 10. So you should know how to solve a quadratic equation using splitting the middle term. That's a very important skill that you need to understand. So because it's a quadratic equation, you'll always have two values of x. Now look at x is equal to minus 15. So x can't be minus 15 because x is the number of trees that you have assumed. X is the number of trees in a column that you have assumed. Remember that x is the number of trees. Number of trees in a column. So it can't be negative. So x is equal to, you'll have to say that x is equal to 10. And then finally you'll have to write here that number of trees in each column is 10 and number of trees in each row is 50. And 10 into 15 is 1. And that would be the final answer. This is the final answer. Now you can see, look at the flow chart. You can try to fill the flow chart. So number of trees in is x. This is the same thing that we followed. Number of trees in a row would be x plus 5. Then number of trees would be x into x plus 5. We found the quadratic equation. We found the value of x. Then we found the number of trees. Then we found the number of trees in a row. So I hope this is making sense. Good question good question, simple question. There are things that you can understand. And if you still haven't understood the funda of x into x plus 5, please have a look at the lecture again. Let's move to the next question.